You're watching the news here on Mirror Now. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines. 16 deadlines missed over 5 years. Mumbai heading for a gridlock as civic body BMC is going to miss yet another self-imposed deadline to complete road repair work before the monsoon. New deadline set at the 5th of June. He risked his life so Bengaluru does not flood. It's been 48 hours since the BBMP worker Shantakumar was washed away while rebuilding walls of a stormwater drain in the city. Is it not time that the BBMP takes responsibility? 9 days since a 22-year-old woman was abducted and gang raped in Gurugram, and the police are still clueless about the 3 accused. No headway made so far. And temporary relief to stall owners in Mumbai's iconic shopping hub Fashion Street. High Court stays demolition of stalls till the 8th of June. Straight up to our top news from the city of Mumbai. Brace yourself for another punishing ride this monsoon. Mumbai civic body, the BMC, is set to miss the 31st of May deadline to make the city rain ready. The civic body has now extended the deadline to the 5th of June. What's more appalling is that this is the 15th time that the BMC has missed a deadline in 5 years. And remember, all of these are self-imposed deadlines. Disha Shah, who's been tracking this, gets us more details.
Yes, absolutely. BMC is all set to miss its self-imposed deadline, that's 31st of May, to complete all the pre-monsoon road repair works and even trenching work in the city of Mumbai. This is what the BMC officials confirmed to Mirror Now, and they have extended the deadline to 5th of June to complete all the pending road repair works. And of course, this is the ground reality that you're seeing at the moment. More than 300 roads are yet to be repaired, and those are the major arterial roads like the SV road in Bandra, the Goregaon-Mulund link road, and also the two sides of the Eastern Express Highway, the exit as well as the entrance. All this will be a major pain point for the Mumbaikars during this monsoon. In fact, what we also understand, this is not the first time that BMC has missed its deadline. Over the course of 5 years, BMC has missed 15 deadlines, on an average 3 deadlines every year. And let me tell you, those are the self-imposed deadlines set by the BMC. And of course, now what we learn is that only 45% of the road repair work is done and only 60% of the trenching work is done on ground. So this obviously now only monsoon is just only now the deadline is just 2 weeks away, and there's a huge task of completing 300 major arterial roads. So citizens, they tell us that it is yet again going to be a shoddy job by the BMC. It is yet again going to be a bad monsoon for Mumbaikars. This is Disha Shah for Mirror Now. As the BMC has extended its pre-monsoon deadline till 5th of June this year, and major arterial roads are still under repair, we decided to speak to a couple of citizens here in Mumbai who suffer every year. Those 3 months are really horrible for the Mumbaikars here because of potholes, because of bad roads and even bad patches. So I have a couple of citizens here with me, starting with you, sir. Every year, BMC keeps on missing their own self-imposed set deadline, and this year also they have missed a couple of deadlines, and now they have set a new deadline, which is 5th of June. But at the end of the day, what do you have to say on this?
No, this is a very poor planning from BMC point of view. Every year, monsoon almost comes at the same date, almost. 10 June is the date for Mumbai. So how come BMC is not able to plan their road works well in advance so that it can be finished before even May starts?
I'm just hoping that we don't have incidents which took place like last year, where people had to lose their lives over potholes which were not filled in time, and there were articles in which citizens went and filled up the pothole themselves. So I just hope that we appreciate human life far more, and I think we are not in a situation to tell the BMC when to start.
I feel that there is no accountability. Mr. Ajoy Mehta may be the commissioner. He has to reply in the end. The buck stops with him, but there are hundreds of engineers and officers in charge of this work who give out contracts, and they should be held responsible.
This is a Don Bosco school. This road is next to the school, and the school children come and go all the time over here. They are answerable to all this. Nobody asks them anything. They are not taken to task or anything. There should be some deadline that they should cover all this.
Somebody falls, we lose a life. But sitting on a chair, Mr. Ajay Mehta may be accountable, but the departments are not coordinated. That is what his job is, to coordinate, get the job done.
So here it is, citizens, they say that they suffer every monsoon. This is not the first time, but every year 16 deadlines have been missed by the BMC in the past 5 years, and this time around citizens here, they fear that it is yet again going to be a bad season for them, and they really feel that it's high time BMC should act now. This is Disha Shah for Mirror Now.
Extremely unhappy residents there. Like Disha was telling us, only 45% of road repair work is actually complete in the city of Mumbai. And the self-imposed deadline has now been pushed to the 5th of June. Remember, the earlier set deadline was on the 31st of May. And nearly 16 deadlines have been missed in just a span of 5 years. Now, will the BMC be able to complete all the road repair work by the 5th of June? That's something that we'll keep a close watch on here on Mirror Now. On to news from the city of Bengaluru now. On the 21st of May, 35-year-old Shanta Kumar was washed away in a stormwater drain in the city's Kurubarahalli area. It's been 48 hours since Shanta Kumar is missing. 45 firefighters, 13 JCBs along with 300 BBMP workers are unable to locate the man who risked his life to fix the city's water drains. Search operations are now underway.
Been more than 48 hours and Shanta Kumar's body has still remained untraceable. At this point in time, we can understand that there are fire personnel, more than 250 members have been deployed at the spot, very spot, including fire engineers, BBMP officials, NDRF and SDRF. However, we understand this has entered close to the third day. However, there has been no trace of Shanta Kumar at all. We clearly understand from the officials that they have completed at least 40 kilometers along the stormwater drain, but in vain. We are also speaking to the mayor who just arrived at the spot. What we hear from the mayor is that once the entire inspection, as well as once Shanta Kumar body is fished out, only then they will be able to talk about the compensation. Speaking to the family members of Shanta Kumar, however, we understand that right now his nephew has already arrived. He's speaking to the fire brigade officials, but his wife and his 9-month-old son is yet to reach Bengaluru. What they're telling us is that they just want to see Shanta Kumar's face at least one last time. But going by the search operations right here at Parasanapalia, where officials have almost covered 40 kilometers in the stormwater drain, still Shanta Kumar's body remains untraceable. We must clearly understand that Bengaluru last year in 2016 experienced flash floods in the month of August, and just 2 months later, that is in the month of October, the BBMP had sanctioned a project and earmarked 800 crore rupees just to remodel and desal the stormwater drains across the city. But however, talking to the chief engineer of stormwater drains, what he told us was the delay was the reason behind the delay was calling for the tenders, and it took them nearly 6 months. But however, that will be no excuse to the number of deaths that has been caused due to the stormwater drain. Also speaking to some of the urban experts, what we understand at this point in time is that the BBMP officials should have ideally started the remodeling and desilting work during summer. But we understand when we were also at the spot inspecting along with the Bengaluru Development Minister KJ George and the Mayor G Padmavati, we saw they started inspecting only 5 or 4 days ago, just before the pre-monsoon showers, and Shanta Kumar was entrusted with the work to in fact desilt this particular stormwater drain at Kurubarahalli. Unfortunately, he was washed away by the drain.
3 दिन से हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर, फायर का भी आ रखे हैं यहाँ पर, हमारा एक NDRF के 35 लोग यहाँ पर काम कर रहे हैं। और SDRF का भी है, फायर का भी है, BBMP का भी है, सभी लोग यहाँ ढूंढ रहे हैं। थोड़ा सा परेशानी ये है कि बहुत गंदा पानी का नाला है, इस वजह से परेशानी आ रहा है। लगातार हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं, हम कोशिश यही है कि जल्दी से जल्दी उसको निकाला जाए। चैलेंजेस बहुत है उसका अंदर, क्योंकि गंदा पानी आप खुद देखे हैं कि इसका अंदर से कुछ दिखता नहीं है, नीचे से कुछ दिखता नहीं है। कोई हम लोग स्पेशलाइज्ड इक्विपमेंट्स को इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकता है इसका अंदर, और हमारा जो रेस्क्यूअर है उसका अंदर नीचे उतर नहीं सकता है। पूरा बेंगलोर का पूरा कचरा इसके अंदर आ रहा है, आप खुद देख रहे हैं। यही है समस्या। अगर पानी साफ होता, हमारा पास विक्टिम लोकेटिंग कैमरा है और डीप ड्राइवर है, वो उनका इस्तेमाल करके ढूंढ सकता था।
Now, it's been more than 48 hours and Shantakumar is still missing. We, in fact, spoke to his wife. She says no authorities, either from the civic body BBMP or the government, have reached out to the family.
ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ. ಯಾವ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿನೂ MLA ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ.
Members, in fact, Saraswati is trying to tell me that they are still awaiting Shantakumar's presence. Also talking to her, we are able to understand that none of the corporators, either officials, BBMP officials, in fact, visited this particular place, the residence where Shantakumar lived with his family. Also clearly understanding from her point of view, saying that had it been for an influential person, definitely today it would have been a big news. But considering it was just, in fact, Shantakumar was just an excavator, people have not really given much attention, is what Saraswati is trying to tell us.
48 hours on, and not only is Shantakumar missing, but the authorities have not yet reached out to the family as well. Mirror now spoke to the civic body's Commissioner Manjunath Prasad and the Chief Engineer of the Stormwater Drain on Monday. Let's listen in.
See, actually, if you look at the background of the incident, we have taken up construction of stormwater drains for about 230 kilometers length. All those which were kacha drains, now we have concrete walls on both the ends, and we have a concrete bed, and we are putting up the fence. Yesterday what happened, one of the agencies who have been entrusted this work, they were doing their work, and after the work is over, all of them came out. One person, since it started raining, he was inside the Hitachi, and after some time we found that the water levels are increasing. Since we have cleared lot of silt, the pressure was very high, and he couldn't come out of the drain, and he was washed away. So immediately we have deployed the fire brigades and this one civil defense team, and we have this rescue teams are also operating. More than 50 people are working there.
Yesterday we started rescue operation from spot to Bengaluru city, around 12 kilometers. Then today morning we continued from Bengaluru city, Mysore Road junction. Then we were take around 30 kilometers from University to Bairmangla Lake. We were deployed around 300 men and 20 equipments, JCB and Hitachi, and also the NDRF around 25 members and Fire Force 45 members. Then SDRF around 6 members, totally around 80 members. Including these force, our men totally 380 members. They are searching the body.
Now, as search operations continue on day 3 on the Urban Debate tonight with Faye D'Souza, we ask, where is Shantakumar, who risked his life for the city? Why haven't the authorities met the family yet? That's tonight at 8 p.m. On to another story we've been tracking closely here on Mirror Now. In Mumbai, Mirror Now accesses the 275-page charge sheet filed against the TVF founder Arunabh Kumar. The complainant, who is a video producer, alleges that Kumar's behavior at their very first meeting was creepy and his behavior was inappropriate. Kumar is accused of molestation and sexual assault. Richa Sharma gets us more details.
That's right, startling revelations as well as details have come out of the charge sheet that was filed by the MIDC police station against the TVF founder as well as CEO Arunabh Kumar on the molestation and sexual harassment charges and case that was filed against him by a lady who worked with him last year on a TV video production. In the charge sheet that was filed, the lady in her statement has categorically stated that on several occasions while they were filming this video production, Arunabh touched her inappropriately on her waist while looking at the monitor, and at one occasion he also touched her tattoo on her shoulder and called it sexy, which she found it to be extremely inappropriate. She has also stated that on the very first meeting that they had in his cabin when she first met for the professional purposes of this video production, he invited her over to his place, to his home, to watch the videos together, which again she found it to be extremely unprofessional and inappropriate. So far, Arunabh's team is completely denying all these claims and allegations that were made on him, and they are stating that they will fight back. And we tried to get the versions of both the girl as well as Arunabh's team on this, but they did not comment on this so far. This is Richa Sharma for Mirror Now, Mumbai.
We have received a complaint of molestation at TVF office on 29th of March. After receiving that complaint, MIDC police station filed FIR under section 354, 354A and 509. Now the investigation is completed. After completion of this investigation, MIDC police station filed a charge sheet at Metropolitan Court on 19th of May 2017.
Meanwhile, in Gurugram, 9 days since a 26-year-old woman was abducted and gang raped in the city, and the police are still clueless about the 3 accused. Even after announcing a 2 lakh rupee award for any information about the accused, Haryana police has made no headway in this case.
No arrests have been made in the case of a 26-year-old woman who was gang raped in a moving car in Gurugram. In fact, the Gurugram police authorities had also issued a rupee 2 lakh reward to anybody who has any information on the sketch of the prime suspect released in public domain to be identified. There have been no arrests at this point of time, and the Gurugram police has not even been able to recover the Maruti Suzuki Swift Desire car in which the crime took place in Gurugram a week ago. In Gurugram, this is Milan for Mirror Now.
Gang raped, brutalized, mutilated, her head smashed with bricks. Haryana police in denial, but we forced them to act.
Brutality is not even the word to be used for such kind of a gang rape. In fact, the way that the 2 arrested and other 6 suspects who are being questioned in this matter brutally tried to crush evidence of it being a gang rape is something that is extremely shocking.
The anger is growing, but justice still awaits the family. Justice for Haryana's Nirbhaya, a Mirror Now campaign.
Also in the news now, notorious thief Davinder Singh, more popularly known as Bunty Chor, has been sentenced to 10 years by a Kerala court with additional penalty of 10,000 rupees on criminal charges for trespassing and stealing. An inspiration for the popular Hindi movie Oi Lucky Lucky Oi. Singh was also a former Bigg Boss contestant.
Sessions Court in Trivandrum sentenced Devendra Singh alias Bunty Chor for 10 years of rigorous imprisonment. This after his arrest following a robbery at a high-security house at the heart of the city in December 2013. Bunty Chor managed to break in a high-security glass window and get away with an SUV worth 40 lakhs and also deactivated the cameras and 2 security alarms. But the police, however, managed to nab him because there was an image that was captured behind the door. In Trivandrum, with camera person Raiju Rafael, this is Vivek for Mirror Now.
Moving on to AAP MLA's drama in the national capital, which is drawing a lot of flack now. AAP MLA Alka Lamba climbed up a crane during fire rescue operations and delayed the rescue operations for almost an hour last night.
खाने खाक हो चुकी है, नीचे उतारो, दोबारा आग लग गई है। आप इनको नीचे तो उतारो, नॉट इशू। पर देखो सारा ड्रामेबाजी पीछे खासी आग बुझा रही थी, लेकिन उन्होंने आके काम रुकवा दिया और तमाशा देख रहे हैं और कुछ नहीं कर रही है। हम सब बर्बाद हो गए यहाँ पे। हम
खामखा क्रेन रोकी भी है, आग जल रही है। क्या राजनीति की क्या बोला करो, क्या कर रही है बोलो। दुकान के अंदर आग लगी हुई है, ये फोटो शूट करवा रही है यहाँ पे। क्या मसला है इसका? यहाँ पे काम रुकवा दिया इन्हें।
बताया गया था कि गाड़ी में वो गई थी और पब्लिक वहां पर बहुत काफी हॉस्टाइल थी और उनको ये लग रहा था कि फायर ब्रिगेड काम नहीं कर रही थी। तो एज ए पब्लिक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ दैट एरिया उन्होंने हमसे ये इन्फॉर्मेशन मांगने की पूरी कोशिश की और उन्होंने फायर का हर स्पॉट उन्होंने जा करके देखा और वो पब्लिक को पैसिफाई भी कर रही थी कि नहीं, फायर ब्रिगेड अच्छा काम कर रही है, गाड़ियां हैं। जनता का ये कहना था कि वहाँ पे गाड़ियां नहीं हैं और फायर ब्रिगेड वाले कुछ कर नहीं रहे हैं। इस तरीके की कंप्लेंट्स थी वहाँ पर और उन्होंने एज ए ब्रिज काम किया था। हमारी बात जो हम कह रहे थे उन्होंने देख करके खुद वेरीफाई करके उन्होंने पब्लिक को पैसिफाई किया था कि नहीं, दे आर डूइंग देयर जॉब और अच्छी तरीके से काम कर रहे हैं। तो जिस समय वो गई थी उस समय ये एक क्या कहूँ, कॉन्सिडेंस कहूँ कि उसी समय ये टेक्निकल स्नैक उसमें गाड़ी में आया था और ये गाड़ी कट ऑफ हो गई थी और काफ़ी समय तक खड़ी रही ये। उसके बाद यहाँ हमने सीसी से जो इसके स्पेशलिस्ट ड्राइवर हैं जिनको बाहर की ट्रेनिंग दिलाई गई थी उनको भेजा था और बाद में ये गाड़ी उतारी गई थी। उनको उतार करके फिर वहाँ से हटाया किया था।
On to news in the city of Mumbai now. Temporary relief for shopkeepers at Mumbai's iconic shopping hub, Fashion Street. Bombay High Court has stayed the demolition of stalls at the Fashion Street till the 8th of June. Now, the shopkeepers also need not vacate their stalls for now. Disha Shah gets us more details.
In what it can be termed as a temporary relief to all these 49 stall owners here in Fashion Street, the High Court has given a stay order on cancellation of licenses at least till 8th of June 2017. So this is a big relief and big news coming in for at least these stall owners here. Of course, an important thing to note here is that the 24-hour deadline ends right now as we speak. And of course, BMC had issued notices to these stall owners that you see around me. At least 49 stall owners out of 395 stalls here. Clearly in its notice, BMC had written that they have violated the rules by selling more than 2 to 3 commodities, not only clothing but other materials as well. And of course, BMC's main aim is to give pedestrian-friendly footpaths, and these stalls have occupied the footpaths over years. So of course, this temporary relief, at least 15 days from now, we won't see this place at least shutting down. So when we spoke to few shopkeepers here, they told us is that it is a great relief for them. But on the other hand, when we spoke to the BMC's Assistant Municipal Commissioner Kiran Digavkar, what he said is that this is just a first step. They are also going to take another step by clearing all the hawkers and by sending them show cause notices, at least in the Nariman Point area near Status in Mumbai, in the next couple of days. So of course, if we talk about Fashion Street, for now at least 15 days, it is Mumbaikars can use a sigh of relief. This is Shasha for Mirror Now.
8 तारीख के बाद फिर हमारा कोर्ट का केस चालू होगा। उसके बाद क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा वो नहीं बता सकते। आ रहा है 15 दिन तक हमको बहुत शुक्र है।
हमें वो 24 घंटे के अंदर खाली करने की नोटिस दिए थे, जो हमें कोर्ट से राहत मिल चुकी है 8 तारीख तक। उसके बाद अगली लड़ाई हम लोग कोर्ट में लड़ेंगे उनके खिलाफ।
अपना रोजी रोटी यहाँ से चला रहे हैं, 20 साल से धंधा कर रहे हैं। वार्ड ऑफिसर ने जो नोटिस दिया था, अगर ये टूट जाता तो हम तो ख़त्म हो जाते। लेकिन हाई कोर्ट द्वारा जो फैसला हमारे को स्टे दिया है उससे हमें काफ़ी राहत है और हमको लगता है कि आने कुछ जब तक केस का फैसला नहीं हो, कुछ नहीं, हम यहाँ अपनी रोजी रोटी सुचारू रूप से कमा खा सकते हैं।
वही जो कोर्ट का जो अभी जो फैसला आया है उससे हम सहमत है और हमको मतलब राहत मिला है थोड़ा। और बाकी कुछ तो अभी जो लगाने का जो हैंगरी बिंगरी है हम लोग तो वही अपने हिसाब से ही लगा रहे हैं और हमेशा हम लोग ऐसा ही लगाते हैं, ऐसा कोई ये नहीं है।
हमको तो बहुत खुशी है जो है
कि हम लोग एकदम रोड पे आ जाते हैं, जो पूरी तरह से मतलब हाथ से चला जाता है। तो हम लोग बहुत बड़ी राहत की खबर, कोर्ट ने जो फैसला दिया उसका हम स्वागत करते हैं।
That's a wrap on the news here on Minute Now. Stay with us.